and we've had chats about what do you do as a newly minted trainer. So what we do as trainers, of course, I'm just going to pop the link in here. What we do as trainers, we do need feedback. So please copy that link and give us some feedback, because we can actually see that this presentation, this style, needs tweaking again. And I think that's the biggest takeaway as a trainer that I have, is that I can prepare. It's like when we're working with kids, we can prepare and then our students take us in another direction. And so these participants here, even today, have given us more ideas. And as I said earlier, we were only going to offer opportunities for people to go to meet rooms to talk about video and case study and events. And it was only because people like yourselves have been saying, hey, I'm a newly minted trainer. Can I just talk about how I can strengthen my skills? And that's why that extra room that looks as if it's going to be the main room we're going to work towards. So please give us feedback. That's how we can fine tune to offer support. So just in the chat, while you're having a little think there, just in the chat, put down, you know, what you learnt. What was your key takeaway today? And certainly we're going to get it in feedback as well. But what was the key takeaway today? Was it the fact that you were able to just come together? Was it something in the content? Was it an idea that you saw one of our amazing trainers give you in the way they presented? Because I popped into a couple, people were busy listening and chatting, so that was great to see. Oh, the glamour shot. Okay. Yes, Darren was just setting something up there. Well, that's really good. Needing to prepare for a training outside your building. And this is what helps you grow, because you naturally, it's an organic way to start training, working with your colleagues. And then someone outside the school says, can you come and support? So, yeah, and yeah, ask for feedback. That's right, because yeah, we do need to keep fine tuning our skills. So the leaders in the rooms, I mean, Kat had absolutely an amazing session with Leslie Altman. But Abid or Katie or Darren, what were your, how did you feel the session went? What were your key takeaways? Apart from glamour shots with Darren.
No, I think it was good to showcase the video portion. I know when I did my application, the video bit was very daunting. It was at a time when I wasn't, and believe it or not, as confident as being on camera and all of that stuff. And I keep saying how the trainer video that I did was the second video I'd ever recorded and edited of. It was actually the second video I'd ever recorded of myself, and the first video I'd ever edited. The first video I'd ever recorded was my Innovate application, and my technician helped me to edit that video. But this one I recorded and did all of that all by myself. So and yes, Darren, it was heavily edited. I did about 57 takes, I think it was, before I was happy with the final version. So I think it was good to just talk about that, because I know that I found the rest of the application not too difficult. It was the video bit that really put me off.
Yeah.
Go on, Katie.
We were talking about like when you like lead a session, particularly for the case study, you might think that well, everyone knows how to do this, like, but not everyone does. So your case study and what you're teaching other people can be really key and inspiring. And they might get that light bulb moment, but you might have got that light bulb moment months ago when you figured out how to make multiple choice answers on a form. But like telling someone else that they can do that, they'll be like, wow. So it still counts, and like, yeah, include it.
That moment.
Yeah.
And so how do you find out what people really need?
Me?
Yeah, anyone. How do you find out when you're training? I'm asking the trainers, how do you find out what people really need? You're going to go to a group, you're going to go to a staff meeting. How do you know what they really need?
That's one of the things we were talking about. I always try and send a pre-survey audit, very basic Google form. But as I was saying to the guys in the room, whether that gets filled in by everybody or not is a little bit, kind of depends on how organised the school is, how much they've really got their head around the whole thing in the first place. So you get very variable feedback. You'll get some people that fill it in brilliantly, and then you'll get other people who won't fill it in at all. So you can only go with the information you've got. But I think if you're in slightly different virtually, I think maybe, but if you're in the room, if you can give like I did in our group, give people something to get on with, you can kind of circulate the room, get to know people a little bit, get to look over their shoulders and see how confidently they're doing things. And that gives you a really good idea of, if not everybody's confident, who are the people that you can lean on? Who are the people that are going to support the people sitting either side of them, and just try and pinpoint them and use, like, you know, like a stand-up comic would have like their stooge shoved in the audience somewhere. Who's the person that you go to that's going to answer every question or show someone else how to do it? And who's the person that you're probably going to have to hover near because they're going to have their hand up the whole time anyway? You know?
That's right. Yeah, I usually go in with a like a differentiated slide deck or a differentiated hyperdoc. So this is what I think they wanted, and then you'll find that people are, you know, like they know that, they really do, and not give them more busy work, but extend those skills. And sometimes people don't know what they don't know, because I surveyed our staff and I said, you know, you're using Google Docs. How do you know, like, do you know how to use Google Docs? Are you using them? Oh, we use them all the time. Then I asked the next question, how do you use them all the time? Well, when we go to a staff meeting, the principal puts the Google Doc agenda up on the wall and we read it. And that was their, you know, they were honest. They gave me honest, like that survey. So I thought, right, yeah, step one, we need to go back and be able to use that, you know, like you know, the permission settings and sharing and so forth. So, yeah, it's just asking the second and third question.
Yeah. I always try and have like multiple tracks in my mind. So when I'm running it, I'm thinking, if they don't get it, do I have a backup plan to make it easier? If they're finding this easy, do I have my extension next steps? And quite often, for example, especially if I'm doing forms or docs, I'll have, okay, and if you're finding this easy, here's what you can do on top of that. If you're not understanding this, just send me a message and because quite a lot of my trainings lately have been virtual. And I'll always make sure I meet with somebody in the sort of administration type team prior to anything. So some sort of senior leadership person, and just say, so why do you think your staff are? What do you think they're doing? And 9 times out of 10, it's the same outcome, and I end up doing exactly the same training, but at least they can say, oh, they're all using docs. And it's okay. Do they know things like record, you know, voice to text? Do they know about that? Oh, no. Do they know you can insert? Oh, no. And you just get a gauge from there. But I just, yeah, it's always, I always have a backup plan and a backup plan for either way.
Yep. Thanks, Kat. I've just put the website link to the open chat site, which is also attached to our GlobalGEG site. And remember, you know, we have recorded this, and when we get it up into YouTube, we'll put the link in that site. And please give us some feedback. Yes, we need to keep honing our skills as well and make this a better place for people to come, and hopefully we can offer another session in about a month, and maybe we have tweaked our presentation and our organisation a little differently. So thanks so much, everyone, for coming. Mary, thank you so much for popping in. Mary is our Googler. So thank you so much for coming.
Thanks. Thank you, Leslie. Yeah, I think the only thing that I think this is is it my third or my fourth time dropping by to open chat? So I just maybe would like to ask that you keep in mind the learnings that you got from last time, and just keep incorporating it into your next sessions, because sometimes those little bits get lost and they're really gold. And there are many, because some of the other trainers would pop into some open chats, and sometimes they don't have time to pop into the others. So yeah, it would always be good to roll that into the next session, right? Thank you, Leslie, for inviting me.
Oh, pleasure. Thank you so much. And thank you, everyone, and have a lovely evening, or my day is just starting. I'm going to work very soon. And so thank you so much. So it's really great that that you got some value out of it, and we love doing it, and we love working together to support you all. So thanks very much. And hopefully we'll see some of you or your colleagues in about 4 weeks time, in about a month. So check the ET chat. If you have a look at this, so what's the, no, that's right, it's fine, I've got it. So bid you adieu, and see you in a few weeks. Thanks so much. Thanks so much, Kat and Abid and Katie and Darren, for supporting those rooms.